Hey folks, just doing this second video again. I was rudely interrupted. I'm just here to describe Anonymous, who they are, what they're about, for those that don't understand what Anonymous is. Now, I'll just say this now. I am not a part of Anonymous. I am not a group member of Anonymous. I do, however, share their beliefs that knowledge is free. That is their main belief. That is what they run off, that is their motivation, that is their goal. Anonymous is a group of people from the internet, mostly from the internet. They have put they have put their eyes on the Church of Scientology, and they are peacefully making people aware. At the moment, they are making people aware that Anonymous exists, which it does. It existed for a very long time, and Anonymous is making people aware that the Church of Scientology is evil. Now, I could suggest doing a bit of research on Anonymous, but I will try and explain in the best way possible what Anonymous is. First, start off, their belief, the number one belief, is knowledge is free. Now, this is true. All knowledge is used for everything. When you want to become a PC technician, you need the knowledge to do so. When you become an IT network administrator, you need the knowledge to do so. Not necessarily the information, because the information is only information. It's not knowledge. Knowledge is knowing the information and knowing how to use it. That is what knowledge is. When wisdom is knowing when not to use it. Knowledge is being kept from the world, from the Church of Scientology, called on COS, and Anonymous is now staring down what is the barrel of the Church of Scientology. I won't say that they're staring down the barrel of a gun, but the way Anonymous is growing, and how fast Anonymous is growing, it's growing by the minute, not by the day. It is scary. Anonymous will become the gun, the peaceful gun, the passive gun, but a gun nonetheless. Anonymous is ranging at the moment from about 11,000 to 13,000 people. Their common goal is knowledge is free. I've stated that. Their number two goal is, well, freeing the people that are in the grasp of COS. Now, if you've taken the time to research COS, you'll know that there was thousands of scandal stories that people wanted to actually leave, and then they were either bullied back in or threatened back in or whatever. Now, I'm not saying this has actually happened, but this is the way it's read on the internet. Now, human rights violations, that is another one of their major goals. Anonymous is very, very strong on human rights, and a lot of people believe it. And even though that Anonymous comes from the internet and their past goals were just for the lulz. Now, the media has depicted this as being a bit stupid, but when you're from the internet like myself, you know that the lulz do actually matter. And they go a bit too far with it, but yeah, it's still funny. It is. And I know that sounds cruel of me to say, but it is funny to some degree. Sorry. Now that they are no longer on the internet and they are in real life, they are doing everything they possibly can to distort the Church of Scientology. And I use distort very wisely. What they are doing is they are making the public aware of what the Church of Scientology has done in the past, what they are continually doing in the present, and the information that the Church of Scientology holds, and what kind of impact it could have on the earth. And it can make an impact. If the Church of Scientology handed over this information at the start, none of this would have happened. None of it. But the Church decided not to, and whether it's harmful to their church or not doesn't really matter, because Anonymous will not stop. Anonymous has the personality of a tree stump. That's the people of Anonymous. I know that sounds cruel, but that's what it is. They've got the personality of a tree stump. While they still say that this is not for the lulz, I will agree with that. It's not for the lulz. It's not funny anymore. This is to be taken fucking 100% seriously. But the whole tree stump bit, well, let me put it this way. They've got no faces in the real world. They've got no faces. And that just sounds tree stumpy to me. But don't hack the shit out of me. Because I'm on your side. I believe in your belief. Knowledge is free, and it shall always be free. And there will always be people in history that will fight for knowledge. Anonymous is one of these groups, and I think it is the righteous fucking path. The righteous and right path. You're definitely going around it the right way. Anyway, on February 10th, there was peaceful picketing outside every single major or minor Scientology centers all across the globe, from America to Australia. There was recorded no fights. Now, there were some interviews with Scientologists, like here in Ireland. There was in Dublin. Honestly, I hope that guy is okay now with the Scientology, but there was a few interviews, and they were very interesting interviews, I must say. One of the questions asked was, could the people in the Church of Scientology be coerced or controlled or drugged or basically mind controlled into doing anything that the church said? And I think yes, it's looking that way. And anybody that has the idea that the Church of Scientology is actually looking like past cults, you might actually want to look into this. Heaven's Gate. The people that knew that there was a spaceship behind the Hale-Bopp comet. Yeah, they all committed suicide. Now, we're all hoping, everybody in Anonymous as well, we're all hoping that it won't turn out like Heaven's Gate, or any other cults that have committed mass suicide. But if it comes down to that, then Anonymous has a reason to fight, has a reason to continue fighting for human rights, because mass suicide is no fucking joke. It isn't, and everyone knows it. But I am here. I am not an Anonymous member, but I am an Anonymous supporter. Good day.